My name is Carissa Nelson, and today I will be presenting the Comprehensive Evaluation Training Model. Why do we evaluate trainings? In an effort to improve employee skill set and performance, training is necessary to the success of an organization. Because the needs of an organization are continuously changing, so do the employees and their positions. In Diane Chapman's presentation, Intro to Evaluation of Training, she suggests that the evaluation needs must fit to the organizational context and to whom the evaluation is provided. In this scenario, Success U, an academic mentoring program, is looking to meet the needs of their students to increase their academic improvement, behavior, and self-esteem. In order for the organization to do so, the site coordinators must be provided effective training and evaluation that is aligned to the objectives and mission of the organization. Overall, evaluation ensures that the training being provided is effective, whether that means it should be changed, altered, or not provided at all. Evaluation frameworks. Kirkpatrick's model is used as a supported philosophy to this training evaluation. The reason for using this four-level approach is because the evaluation is researching various elements of perception, learning, transfer, and impact on the organization, also known as reaction, learning, behavior, and results. By adopting the Kirkpatrick model for this evaluation, we are able to align the training program goals with the desired outcomes of the organization. The four-level Kirkpatrick model is a systematic and practical approach that assesses training effectiveness within the organizational context, as adapted by Praslova, 2010. As part of the evaluation design, we will also be using the one-group pre-test / post-test design. This method has been adapted from Russeft and Preskill 2009. It involves data collection before the training and after to ensure that learning was achieved. Prior to beginning the training, a pretest will be given to learners to assess what they already know prior to learning new information, and also be assessed after the training has been given. Another important framework this evaluation will be using are the factors of the time series design, adapted from Russeft Preskill 2009. This model gives us the ability to further evaluate trainees even months after the initial post-test has been given. A strength of this time series design is that improvement can be measured and data can be collected over a period of time. Training evaluation planning strategy. It is vital to the evaluation process that we identify the organization's needs and objectives for the training. Russeft and Preskill defend this statement by suggesting that clarifying a purpose of training focuses on the underlying assumptions, activities, resources, short and long-term outcomes, as well as stakeholder needs and expectations for the evaluation. So determining the needs and expectations can quickly align what the purpose will be. We also should identify the key evaluation stakeholders. Stakeholders have an interest in evaluation and the results. The stakeholders create a dialogue that ensures the most critical issues about what will be addressed during the evaluation. It is important that we identify the primary, secondary, and tertiary stakeholders. It is important that we also differentiate the various stakeholders by these three levels and by their level of investment and stake in the program and evaluation findings. It is also important during this stage that we determine the training evaluation design. As mentioned in the previous slide, we will be using the one group pre-test slash post-test design, where the evaluator gathers data prior to and following the training being evaluated. If your organization decides to use a different training evaluation design, keep in mind when selecting a training evaluation design that it aligns with the organizational needs, objectives, and mission. Moving down to data collection. Prior to beginning the training, a pretest will be given to learners to assess what they already know prior to learning new information. The pretest can be delivered in the most simple method of a survey or a questionnaire. What we really want to gain from this pretest are the learner's knowledge, skills, and attitude prior to receiving the training. After the training occurs, a post-test will be administered immediately following the training. Because the change initiatives on a long-term basis, there will be several means of evaluation after the post-test is provided. The initial post-test will measure the reaction and perceptions of learners. Lee and Pershing suggests that the reaction survey should evaluate learners on the training content, materials, delivery method, and instructor delivery. Using factors of the time series design, we also have the ability to further evaluate trainings even months after the initial post is given. A strength of this time series design is that the improvement can be measured and data can be collected over a period of time. This design can also assist with the measuring of Level 2 and Level 3 of Kirkpatrick's 4-level model. Level 2, which is the learning level, measures the learning outcomes with the use of knowledge tests, writing samples, and performance assessments. In this particular strategy, 1 month after the training, learners will be provided with a case study that requires them to use the knowledge learned from the previous training objectives. As adapted from Preskill and Rusev, the case study design method evaluates learning and understanding from the perspectives of participants. The case study is the most useful method to understand the why and how questions based off the knowledge learned in the training. Following the attributes of the time series design, Kirkpatrick's Level 3 behavior will be measured within the next 6 months after the Level 2 evaluation. Level 3, which is also referred to as the transfer or behavior criteria, measures the on-the-job performances. The importance of this level is to identify if the training was able to affect the learner's performance in any way. So in this area, your organization can observe trainees using observational data. The last level of Kirkpatrick's model, Level 4, which is the result level, evaluators must gather the most tangible results that are comparable to the objectives and goals of the organization. Kirkpatrick suggests that tangible results can be in the form of increased production, improved quality, or reduced turnover rate. In this particular scenario, we are looking for a change or improvement in the behavior of Success U site coordinators. While this level may be the most time consuming because it may not happen all at once, it is vital to collect and analyze all data from all 4 levels and be sure that it aligns with the desired results. Analyzing the data. An effective way to analyze the data received is to first review the purpose of the evaluation and key evaluation questions. It is easy to become distracted to the responses of the survey questions and notice new issues that have arisen. Rusev and Preskill suggest that creating a matrix or a graph that shows a relationship between the key questions and the actual data provided are possible strategies to analyze data. It is also important to consider the stakeholders' level of technical expertise. Depending on the type of statistical data that was used, Rusev and Preskill suggest that the evaluation team should be able to find an effective way to communicate the data findings that is comprehensible to both stakeholders as well as other parties. The next area of consideration is the qualitative and quantitative approaches. Russeps and Preskill describe the quantitative analysis as less personnel time and more so being performed on computers with hard numbers as a result of the data. Qualitative approaches could be more expensive and time consuming due to data being read, interpreted, and categorized based on code strips from surveys, interviews, or open ended questions. Selecting an approach refers back to ensuring that all stakeholders are involved and comfortable with how the data is being collected and analyzed in order to understand if the evaluation will be effective and transferable to what the goals and missions are of the training. Finally, you'll want to find a method of reporting and communicating the results to executive leadership or other stakeholders by providing a research publication, presentations, statistical data, etc. This concludes the comprehensive training evaluation model. Thanks for watching.